All of you. So in previous class, I explained what is Joule Kelvin effect. After that, I'll write some important assumptions of the Joule Kelvin effect. And after that, I draw a porous plug diagram. Using that diagram, how the changes will be considered, everything. Okay, here all the concepts I explained yesterday class, previous class. So similarly, I want to find out the external work done on both the cases. So this external work done, finally I will get this external work done is equivalent to internal kinetic energy. So for that equation I will get PV plus U is equal to constant. Understand? So this is called enthalpy equation. So in Joule Kelvin effect, the enthalpy is remains constant. Once a Joule Kelvin effect will done, what will be the constant? Enthalpy of the system remains constant. So now we will get this enthalpy equation. Okay, PV plus U is equal to constant. You will get this enthalpy equation. Okay, so right now I'll get yesterday and previous class. I think yesterday's class I'll stop to this equation. So this equation, I'll stop up to this equation. Understand? So PV plus U is equal to constant. Okay. Right now I'll do some special cases. How this PV plus U will be changes. Okay. At boil temperature, below boil temperature, above boil temperature, and at boil temperature. Okay. So now this class I'll explain the special cases. Special cases. Okay, so these special cases, the first case is below boils temperature. Below boil, below boils temperature. Okay, so I will see this equation PV plus UV is called constant. Finally, we will get enthalpy. This enthalpy is how the enthalpy is, how to change this enthalpy in below boil temperature, at boil temperature, and above boil temperature. So I want to check it right now. Okay, right. See, at below boil temperature, the experiment shows that below boil temperature, for that purpose I first bypass this screen. Okay, so experiment shows that below boil temperature, below boils temperature, the product PV decreases as P means pressure, as pressure increases. Okay, so at below boil temperature, the Joule Kelvin effect shows the product PV decreases as P increases. So initially the pressure P increasing, then the product PV is decreasing. So at this experiment shows at below boil temperature. Actually boil temperature ki low boil temperature దగ్గర వాడు కండక్ట్ చేసిన ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ ఏమవుతుందంటే ప్రోడక్ట్ పీవీ ఏదైతే ఉందో దాని ఆ ప్రోడక్ట్ పీవీ అనేది ఈ ప్రెషర్ మీద డిపెండ్ అవుతుంది. At below boil temperature, the product PV decreases as pressure increases. Okay, so therefore, so that is, we can represent that is P2 V2. Okay, for the post pressure of the second chamber and volume of the second chamber. Okay, so pressure into volume of the second chamber, this is P2 VT is nothing but pressure volume in the second chamber is always greater than P1 V1. So if the pressure and volume product of the second chamber is greater than first chamber, then definitely their internal energies also changes. So these internal energy U1 is also greater than U2. Okay, so these internal energies are also shown like that, U1, U2. So therefore the below boils temperature, the products are never equal. Okay, so therefore their internal energy is also never equal. So, comma, the internal energy of the gas will decreases. The internal energy of the gas will decreases. Understand what I'm saying? That below boil temperature, the products are never equal. If the products are never equal, means their internal energy is also never equal, because if the products are equal, therefore their internal energy will be equal. But here what we are observing, that if the product PV decreases as P increases, okay, so in first chamber pressure is increasing compared to second chamber, because in this diagram I'll explain. The first chamber internal energy is U1 and second chamber internal energy is U2, and the product PV is much greater than in the first chamber. Why? Because here maintain at constant high pressure, and compared to this chamber it is maintained at low constant pressure. Okay, then therefore definitely there is a pressure differences in these two chambers. So due to this pressure differences, so the chamber P2 is always greater than P1 in the case of below boil temperature. Okay, so therefore, so in this purpose, so that P2 V2 is much greater than P1 V1, then internal energy of U1 is greater than U2, because internal energy of the first chamber is greater than, therefore the pressure and volume of the second chamber is increasing. So that the internal energy of the gas will be decreases. Okay, and hence the temperature falls, and hence the temperature falls. Understand? Understand this point? This is called cooling effect. This is called cooling effect. Okay, so this is called cooling effect. Right. So simply note everybody. Then what will be happen if this experiment are maintained at exact boils temperature? Okay. So second case is this is case 1. This is case 2. In second case, at boil temperature, what will be happen at boils temperature? This experiment right now I'm studying at boil temperature. So at boil temperature, the gas strictly obeys the Boyle's law. Definitely at boil temperature means, how can I say at boil temperature this gas is working? Because it is strictly obeys the gas laws. Okay. So therefore, at boils temperature, the gas strict STRACT strictly obeys Boyle's law. Strictly obey Boyle's law. So at Boyle's temperature, the gas strictly obey Boyle's law. That is, we can say that PV remains constant. Remains constant. Okay. So Boyle's law obey avutundi ante akkada product PV remains constant. So therefore therefore the pressure P2 V2 in the second chamber is equal to P1 V1. In this case, U1 is equal to U2. Okay. So whenever pressures are increased, product, a PV in two chambers are equal, then definitely their internal energies will be equal. So therefore, in this experiment, see, in the first case, what we are studying in first case, at below boil temperature, so there is a difference between these two products. Okay, so that means the product in the second chamber is always greater than first chamber. Okay, in below boil temperature. But in case of at boil temperature, the product of PVO in both the chambers are equal. So the product of the both chambers are equal, then definitely their internal energies also will be equal. So I'll write this internal energy. So from this condition, we can say that the internal energy unchanged or temperature of the gas remains constant. So internal energy unchanged means the temperature of the gas remains constant. So in this case, what we say that the internal energy, internal energy, internal energy, see, in this case, what we say that the internal energy unchanged. So from this case, we can clearly say that the internal energy unchanged. It means temperature remains constant. Temperature remains constant. Understand? Temperature remains constant. Okay. So therefore, the porous plug experiment, after conducting the porous plug experiment, they are considered three special cases. This porous plug was giving such type of cooling effect or heating effect or no effect, whatever. These conditions, actually, the changing temperature, either cooling or heating, we want to find out that. But below boiling temperature, it shows cooling effect, and above boiling temperature, it shows heating effect. But at boiling temperature, it shows never, neither cooling or nor effect temperature. So that is the simple technique of this cases. Okay, so please note everybody. So please note. So please note everybody. Right, I'll move to next page. See, now the case 3. Now the case 3. Now the case 3. We'll move to case 3. Case 3. Okay. In case 3, we're studying at above boils temperature. At above boils temperature. Case 3. If you study this porous plug at above boils temperature, what will be happen? The product PV increases as P increases, actually. Okay. Here below temperature, what we are studying, the product PV decreases as P increases. But in case of above boils temperature, the product PV increases as P increases. Okay. See. At above boils temperature, at above boils temperature, the product PV increases as P increases. Above boil temperature, the product PV increases as pressure increases. Okay, so that is indicates P2 V2 is less than P1 V1. In this case, The second chamber pressure is less compared to the product pressure volume product of the first chamber. So definitely internal energy is also less than U1, less than U2. So therefore, so this indicates the internal energy. This indicates internal energy of the gas will increases. Of the gas will increases. Okay, and hence temperature rises, and hence temperature RAISES, and hence temperature rises. Okay, so this is nothing but heating effect. Heating effect. Okay, understand? Heating effect. So from I'll give you a conclusion of all these things. See. So finally, actually, in Joule-Kelvin effect, according to the porous plug experiment, if the change will be temperature, the temperature changes. Because one important thing I'll explain here. Okay. Actually, isothermal, come to isothermal and adiabatic. If you can understand very easily adiabatic. Okay. So in isothermal process, which parameter is constant? Temperature. Temperature T is constant. Understand? But come to an adiabatic case, which parameter is constant? Entropy is constant. Because entropy is constant. Why I am saying that entropy is constant? Because here temperature is never constant. Temperature is not constant. So that means temperature is not constant means the changing temperature delta is always equal to 0. Why? Because temperature is constant. Then if you differentiate this temperature, that will be converted into changing temperature. This changing temperature is 0. So you know that if the changing temperature is equal to 0 means, so definitely if you connect any two systems, okay, this system having one type of temperature and this system having another type of temperature, then definitely the change in this temperature, the changing of the temperatures are almost 0. For suppose if you అంటే ఇక్కడ ఉండే చేంజెస్ 0 అవ్వాలి అంటే ఖచ్చితంగా ఇక్కడ ఏమవ్వాలి, టెంపరేచర్స్ లో మార్పు అనేది జరగాలి, టెంపరేచర్స్ లో కొంత మార్పు అనేది జరగాలి. Okay, so there is a change in temperature, so then only that change will be considered as 0. In adiabatic process law, enthalpy remains constant, otherwise entropy is constant. Entropy is a physical property or physical quantity of the system. Now in microscopic level we study that, and in place of entropy we will study enthalpy. Okay, so enthalpy is a property. That enthalpy is nothing but PV plus U. So this is called enthalpy. Okay, PV plus U. This is the function of enthalpy. So this enthalpy remains constant. Okay, so in porous plug experiment we will get this equation PV plus U. Now this enthalpy depends whether the system is cooling. This enthalpy decide whether the system shows cooling effect or heating effect. Understand? So once again come to here. So for that purpose I'll explain the three cases. Like in first case, in case 1, we are conducting this experiment at below temperature. First of all, in case 1 we are conducting this experiment in below temperature. If below temperature, what will be happen? The product PV is decreases. The pressure and volume product of the chamber will decreases as P increases. Now if you increase the pressure but the product and volume, if it is multiplied with the volume of that gas, then pressure and volume will be decreases. In this situation, the system shows almost a cooling effect because internal energy difference will be creating. Okay. Similarly, at above temperature also this internal energy will be different. So in this case, the temperature is rising. Okay, that is called heating effect. So therefore, we can finally conclude that below boil temperature, below boil temperature, we say that below boil temperature, we say that it always shows cooling effect. Cooling effect. But above boil temperature, this experiment shows heating effect. Heating effect. But at boil temperature, this shows at boil temperature, this shows nothing. Actually, nothing means either not neither cooling or heating effects. So at boil temperature, it doesn't show any physical property, but at below boil temperature, it shows cooling effect. Above boil temperature, it shows heating effect, but at boil temperature, it it never shows anything. Okay, so this is the concept of, and it is very important for essay question. So please read everybody. Now we shall move to next topic. So please note everybody. Please note everybody. I'll move to next topic. The second topic is in previously I note all these things. I'll give you a data which type of topics are there. The topics of the unit 4 also I previously I tell you. These are the topics I think. These are the topics. So now we will move to first topic is completed. See, this topic is completed. Right now, this topic is completed. Now we will move the second topic. This topic is distinguish between Joule expansion and adiabatic expansion. So right now I'll move to next topic. Okay. So please note everybody. I'll move to next page. Now the difference between Joule expansion and adiabatic expansion. Okay. So distinguish between, not difference. Okay. Distinguish. Next topic. Distinguish between Joule expansion and adiabatic expansion. Joule expansion and adiabatic expansion. So first of all, we will discuss about what is the Joule expansion. After that, we will go to adiabatic expansion. You know that already adiabatic expansion. Okay. Now I want to define what is a Joule's expansion. So I write the subheading Joule's expansion. Joule expansion. Joule expansion. Okay, understand? Right. So, what is actually Joule expansion? And Joule expansion is also called as free expansion. It is also called as, okay. So it is also called as free expansion. Okay, it is also called a free expansion. Why? Because in which the gas expands into vacuum actually. In which the gas expands into vacuum. Hence, whenever the gas is expand into vacuum, then definitely there is no external work. Remember, okay, if the gas is expanded into universe, okay, if the gas is expanded into vacuum, what will be happen? We can't do any external work for the using of that gas. So therefore, there is hence it does no external work actually. Okay, so it is also called as free expansion. Why it is called free expansion? Because the gas expands into gas. Gas expands. Gas expands into gas expands into vacuum. So whenever the gas is expands to vacuum, and hence does no external work. No external work. So therefore, in Joule expansion, there is no external work done will be produced. So in this expansion, internal work is only done by the gas against the intermolecular force of attraction. So if it is not done any external work means, so definitely do some internal work. Okay. So see, please understand point to point I'll explain. Okay. So generally Joule expansion, what is Joule expansion? Okay. So in Joule expansion, how you will what are the discussions behind the Joule expansions? I'll explain all these things. Okay, it is also called as a free expansion actually. Joule expansion is also called as a free expansion. Why we are called a free expansion means the gas expands into vacuum. In this expansion, whatever the gas we are considered, the gas is expands into vacuum. Hence, it does not do any external work. If it is do not do any external work means definitely it done some internal work done. Okay. So in this expansion, okay, the in this expansion, internal work is done. Internal work is done. Internal work is done by the gas. By the gas. Now this internal work done means in which దేని మీద internal work done చేస్తుంది దాని intermolecular attraction కి against గా work done చేస్తుంది. Okay, in this expansion internal work is done by the gas against the intermolecular force of attraction. Okay, so in Joule expansion the gas do only internal work but not external work. So please remember. Okay, so the contribution of net external work may be either cooling or heating. So we can say that because the gas is never do any external work, it do only internal work. So whatever the total internal now total network will be only internal energy. Okay, internal energy is nothing but total internal work done. So therefore, in Joule expansion, we can consider the work done means it is addition of external work done and internal work done. But it does not do any external work done. It is doing only internal work done. Hence, the total net work done will be equal to internal work done only. Okay. So therefore, the net work done. So the contribution of net external work done be cooling effect or heating effect depends upon the initial temperature of the gas. Okay. So in this situation, what will be happen if the gas is not doing any external work? It is doing only the internal work done. So therefore, due to this region, it will produce us either cooling effect or heating effect. So due to this situation, it produces either cooling effect or heating effect. Okay, cooling effect or heating effect depends upon the initial state of the gas. Initial temperature, not state, initial temperature of the gas. Initial temperature of the gas. Okay, so in Joule expansion, if the gas is cooling or heating, it is completely depends the initial temperature of the gas only. Okay, so this is about the Joule expansion. So make clear గా ఇక్కడ 3 points అర్థం అవ్వాలి. In Joule expansion free expansion అంటారు because ఇందులో ఎక్స్టర్నల్ వర్క్ డన్ జరగదు, ఎందుకంటే గ్యాస్ అనేది వాక్యూమ్ లో ఎక్స్పాండ్ అవుతుంది. సో వాక్యూమ్ లో ఎక్స్పాండ్ అవడం వల్ల ఎక్స్టర్నల్ వర్క్ డన్ అనేది జరగదు, ఇంటర్నల్ వర్క్ డన్ మాత్రమే చేస్తుంది. అది కూడా దాని మాలిక్యులర్ ఫోర్స్ ఆఫ్ అట్రాక్షన్ కి ఎగ్నెస్ట్ గా చేస్తుంది. దీనివల్ల టోటల్ వర్క్ డన్ అనేది దాని ఇంటర్నల్ వర్క్ డన్ కి ఈక్వల్ అవుతుంది. సో డ్యూ టు దిస్ సిచ్యువేషన్ ఇట్ ప్రొడ్యూసెస్ either కూలింగ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఆర్ హీటింగ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ డిపెండ్స్ అపాన్ దేర్ ఇనిషియల్ టెంపరేచర్ ఆఫ్ ద గ్యాస్. అంటే దాని యొక్క ఇనిషియల్ టెంపరేచర్ ఆఫ్ ద గ్యాస్ మీదే డిపెండ్ అవుతుంది. సో దీన్ని మనం దిస్ ఫినామినా ఇస్ కాల్డ్ జౌల్ ఎఫెక్ట్. This phenomena is called, so this phenomena is called Joule expansion. This phenomenon is called Joule expansion. Understand? So please note everybody. I'll go to attendance. Don't worry if you see in YouTube, whose roll number 19 MPCB 8 roll number, MPCB roll number 8. పర్వాలేదండి, ఈవినింగ్ కల్లా నేను యూట్యూబ్ లో అప్లోడ్ చేస్తాను. మీరు అప్లోడ్ చేసిన దాంట్లో మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి రివైన్, అందులో అయితే ముందుకి వెనక్కి వెళ్ళడానికి కూడా మీకు ఛాన్స్ ఉంటుంది మీ చేతిలో. ఓకే, సో డోంట్ వరీ అబౌట్, ప్లీజ్ నోట్ ఎవ్రీబడి. So please note everybody, I'll move to next page, that is called adiabatic expansion. Okay. So the next topic is adiabatic expansion. So you can understand what is the Joule expansion. Joule expansion is a pre-expansion because the gas expands into vacuum, hence no external work done. So therefore it do only internal work done. That internal work done is also by the gas, the internal work done by the gas against the intermolecular force of attraction. So due to this situation, it produces either cooling or heating effect, and it is also depends upon the initial temperature of the gas, and this phenomenon is called Joule expansion. So right now I'll move to next topic. Adiabatic expansion. See, adiabatic. So I'll move to adiabatic expansion. Adiabatic expansion. Okay. See, in adiabatic expansion, what we are, so in adiabatic expansion, actually the compressed gas, whatever the compressed gas we are considered, that compressed gas is suddenly released to atmosphere. So in this expansion, in this expansion, I'll write first here, after that I'll explain. In this expansion, the compressed gas is suddenly released. Compressed gas is suddenly released to atmosphere. Okay. So in this expansion, the compressed gas is suddenly released to atmosphere means definitely the gas performs some external work against the pressure of the atmosphere. Understand? సో ఎప్పుడైతే గ్యాస్ ని కంప్రెస్డ్ గ్యాస్ ని ఒకేసారి రిలీజ్ చేశారో అట్మాస్ఫియర్ లోకి, దెన్ ఖచ్చితంగా ఆ కంప్రెస్డ్ గ్యాస్ అట్మాస్ఫియరిక్ ప్రెషర్ మీద కొంత ఎక్స్టర్నల్ వర్క్ డన్ చేస్తుంది డెఫినెట్ గా. ఓకే, సో ఇన్ దిస్ ఎక్స్పాన్షన్ ద కంప్రెస్డ్ గ్యాస్ ఇస్ సడన్లీ రిలీజ్డ్ టు అట్మాస్ఫియర్. ఓకే, then the gas performs external work then the gas performs external work against the pressure of the atmosphere. Okay, understand? Whatever the compressed gas is released suddenly to the atmosphere, then definitely the gas performs some external work against the pressure of the atmosphere. Okay, so actually this process is very fast process. Why? Because suddenly compressed gas will be released very fast, so that's why it is a very fast. Okay, this process is very fast. This process is a very fast process. So this process is very fast process. So no appreciable mass, no appreciable heat flow into the gas. No heat flow into the gas from the surroundings. No heat flow into the gas from the surroundings. Understand? Hence the external work is done from the internal energy of the gas. See, you can understand this theory by proper reading of these sentences. See, actually in adiabatic expansion, the compressed gas is suddenly released to atmosphere, then the gas performs some external work against the pressure of the atmosphere. So if you suddenly released means definitely it will show some impact to the atmospheric pressure. Okay, then definitely it will do some external work. Generally this process is very fast process, so therefore there is no appreciable heat flow in the gas from the surrounding. So no appreciable heat flow in the gas from the surroundings. See, this point is very important. Why? Because it is a very fast process. No, that much of heat will flow from gas into the surroundings. So therefore, hence the external work is drawn only from the internal energy of the gas actually. Okay, so therefore hence the external work is done. Hence the external work is done from the internal energy of the gas. So thus the gas cools. Okay. In adiabatic process, how the gas is cooling? Because hence because how the gas is cooling means it do some external work. So hence the external work is done from the internal energy of the gas, because if doing external work means they are using them some internal energy of the gas. Due to the utilizing of the internal energy of the gas only cools. Okay, so adiabatic expansion, the gas cools due to external work. So finally we concluded that, so comma the in so in adiabatic in adiabatic expansion, in adiabatic expansion, the gas cools due to due to external work only. External work. Okay, so this is about adiabatic expansion. Please note everybody. Okay.